All right, Tyler, thanks so much. And joining me now is Frankfort Mayor Layne Wilkerson. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Well, thanks for being here and profiling Frankfort on this Friday morning.
It's a blessing to be here. I'm originally from New Jersey, so when I first moved to Kentucky, everyone was asking about the capital, and unfortunately, Frankfort doesn't come to mind. They usually say Louisville or Lexington, but this place is fabulous. So when you hear something like that, what's your reaction? Any frustration?
No, I think it's important to point out that Frankfort is one of the oldest and smallest state capitals, but then I say, well, we're the most beautiful state capital in America. So it is something that we lead with pride on that. I think it gives us a charm factor, and being one of the oldest, it gives us a fabric here, a historic fabric that a lot of other state capitals can't match. And I think that is something that we really, again, lead with, and it really helps us attract visitors and residents alike.
As mayor, you're focused on growing Frankfort. What are some ways that you're trying to grow the city, as well as maybe put it on the map more, so recognize its name more?
Well, that's one of the reasons I ran, was that I wanted to diversify our economy and our status as something more than a state government town. And I think a lot of people think of Frankfort that way, but we do have so many other assets and resources here that we are just now starting to profile and market to the rest of the country. And I think one of the things is investing in our quality of life, our park system, our riverfront, and also new commercial opportunities. There's a lot of infrastructure that the city is being the first investor on. We're trying to make this a place that anyone would want to live and raise a family.
Yeah, investing in that was a big part of the 2026 fiscal budget. Those investments, why do you think they're so important to building a better Frankfort?
Well, one thing we need primarily is housing. I think our population growth would be even more robust if we had more housing here. And one of the projects that we're working on is just behind us here behind the old Capitol is the old Civic Center site. That is now in private hands. And one of the things that the city did was invest in a new transit center, which included required parking to be in that location. Pretty soon we're going to see a new event center to replace the Civic Center. We're going to see new housing, and then with the commercial opportunities on the west side of town, the city was one of the first investors on that and really spearheaded that project along with the state. And that's going to open up a regional shopping hub, which will include a super Target. I've heard it's the largest in the state, if not the southeast.
Okay, another reason to go shopping in Frankfort. A lot of our coverage this morning has been on the near historic flooding in April. It's been almost 4 months now or so. How is the city holding up?
City is holding up well. Now, we do have a lot of individual cases now. We still have people living in hotels because they are not able to go back into their homes. We're working with those people in terms of inspections, making sure they have the resources they need, making sure that they have the money they need to stay in the hotel. The city, I think we did a fairly good job early on in debris cleanup and making sure people were evacuated. That was first and foremost, life safety, and then protecting property. But now it's getting the cleanup and helping those that were affected make decisions with buyouts, and this gives us an opportunity long term to mitigate for future floods, because we never know when the next one's going to be, and the next one could be historic as well. So we need to be prepared.
The Kentucky River just right on yonder. What did you learn most from this recent disaster?
I learned that there was a lot of people, not only in this community, which our response was phenomenal in terms of people coming out to help, but then across the country, people showed up within a day or two of the disaster, and we're here to help. And just it's good to know that there's so many people out there that are ready to respond, and it just makes you feel good. There's a lot of things you could focus on that are negative in this world, but that is a positive one that makes me feel good as a mayor.
And before we go, Mayor Wilkerson, obviously Frankfort is Kentucky's capital, but what about Frankfort specifically, besides that, makes it so special and so unique and a place worth coming to?
Well, I think it's our location. We connect the state's two largest population centers, and also we are, I like to say that we're where everything comes together. It's the hospitality of Kentucky, it's the history and the culture. We like to say it's Kentucky distilled. So you can find it all here. And if you haven't been here in a while, I encourage you to visit, because there's a lot going on. We're on the cusp of a transformation here in Frankfort.
Kentucky distilled. It's a fitting tagline, especially bourbon country. We appreciate you being with us this morning, Mayor Wilkerson. Thank you so much.
Appreciate the opportunity.
We'll be right back with more Hometown Summer Series after the break.